Hi there. I'm going to use the wireless charging pad on top of this sweet unit for my phone. This little guy fits perfectly size-wise and weight-wise for me in between the AC200 and the smaller unit that I own, the EB3A. This is the unit that is my dream come true in a power station. Since I got my new camper, I have a cubby spot underneath my air conditioning unit that can really only fit a certain size, and I'm so lucky that this one actually fits perfect. But not only that, this has the capacity of 1152 watt hours, and it's an 1800 watt machine with a 2700 watt surge. This little guy is going to cover all the appliances that I ever use. The battery cells are the LiFePO4, which are very safe and efficient. You can cycle this unit 3,500 times before you'll see it drop down to 80%. That's a lot of use. It's about 10 years of use. The unit charges very quickly. In my cabin, if I plug it into the 110, it will take 45 minutes to get to 80%. Fully charged, it will take about an hour and a half, a little under, sometimes a little over. The AC input on this unit is on the side. A circuit protector, here's your ground. And right now I'm at 100% because I've had my solar panels plugged in, which I love using my 200 watt Bluetti panel. With the unit, you get a car charging cable, you get an AC power cord, and then you get your MC4 solar cable. This unit being as light as it is, just under 36 pounds, I can carry it anywhere without an issue. It also has a wonderful LCD screen, which is alike to the little EB3A, which I love that little thing. It's very easy to have much more power than you might need camping for sure in a small package. Being that it's nice and compact, it's only about 13 inches high, 14 inches wide, and 10 inches deep. It is perfect for me. It has 24/7 UPS, which is uninterrupted power supply. It is great to have at home and have your computer plugged into it, so if you're ever transferring files or downloading something important and the power goes out, within 20 milliseconds you won't even notice the change and you won't lose any of your files. In powerlifting mode, you can actually use those appliances that have the bigger wattage, like a space heater. A space heater would do really well in the powerlifting mode. One key feature that I really like about this unit is you can add the extra batteries. There are 3 different batteries you can get from Bluetti, and they will link right in and give you even more power, which I'm going to do. Oh my goodness, newsflash, this just in. Bluetti is putting on a big event, and it's going to be called the Prime Day event. It will begin on the 11th of July Pacific Daylight Time at 12 a.m. and it will end 11:59 p.m. on July 12th Pacific Daylight Time. Please go to my description and see the link to this event. You need to see these price drops. It's crazy. Some of the units that I have used are going to be for sale. Substantial savings. For instance, the EB3A is only going to be $199. You're going to save $100 on that unit. And then the AC200 is going to be marked down $540 off to the sale price of $1,119. That's a real bargain for this power station. In my description, there'll be a website link to this event. Oh my goodness, I suggest you go look. I am going to be there looking and deciding what I would like to get. Also, in my description, there'll be a link for a discount code for the AC180, which this video is all about, details on the AC180. do look in the description for both of these links, and also I will put the sale prices and the original prices of some of these units so you can see for yourself. So once again, that Prime Day event starts 11th July Pacific Daylight Time at 12 a.m. and ends on 12th of July at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. You do not want to exceed the 500 watt input with solar panels. It will take up to 500 watts. I have a 200 watt panel plugged in right now. The Bluetti app makes it really easy and handy to be able to change any of the settings or just check the status, whether you're in the camper, or even this is in the camper and you're driving and you want to either turn it off or check and make sure everything's okay. I can also do that with my other unit, which I have in the back of the truck with my freezer. So this is really handy. This is the freezer pulling wattage while the solar panel is putting in. So I'm charging and discharging. Such an easy way to have more power whether you are camping or you're home. I find that I use it in the camper mostly, but I do bring it into the cabin and use it occasionally with some other things, especially when I need to plug my computer in when I'm downloading something important. So there are multiple ways of charging. You can charge with the AC input in your home or from your generator, which I do occasionally on a cloudy day when I didn't get enough solar. You can also use the car charging cable. When you're driving, it's a slower way of charging, but you can still do it. And also, of course, the solar charging. A very important thing for me is the size of this unit because it's basically square. I can fit it anywhere and I can stack things on it if I have to. It doesn't ever really get in the way. I just need to make sure it has a little room for the fans to be running. In the app you could put it into silent mode where you won't hear the fans. I never do that because the fans don't bother me, but you will hear them at times when it's working. So let's go over the unit with the screen. Love this LCD screen, and I love that it shuts off after a minute or so of not using. If you ever need to turn it back on, you just hit any button. It's the power button right here. Turn off my DC. Phone is not charging, sitting on the top without the DC on. But I can turn the power off and just go ahead and let the screen go to sleep. I'm gonna wake it up. And then we've got our AC button, which will show you the status here. Your DC button as well. Here's your wattage going out. Here's your wattage coming in. Right now we're at 100% because I had the solar panels plugged in. You also see the time that's left with what's going on. I have 85 hours left here. But of course, if I'm going to use more wattage, that will change. It's really great to monitor it with the app. 12-volt output, a cigarette lighter plug. Your solar input, USB-C 100 watt, you have one of these for charging, and then you've got 4 USB-A ports, 4 AC plugs, and you can actually use a 20 amp plug if you need to. That's what this guy is for. At just under 36 pounds, I'm loving this powerful little unit. Love this unit because it fits perfect into this cubby, and I can plug in my AC without a lot of wires running everywhere. How perfect is that? I'm going to turn on my AC. Pull power cord out of our little Bluetti pack. Here it is. So, and then I'll plug it in. We're at 100%, and I'm going to go ahead and run the air conditioning and show you a good test of it. It's the biggest unit I will use camping. Our AC is on. And we're also in eco mode. how it does. So the compressor just turned off, and notice the difference in the hours left. So this will continue to fluctuate until the capacity is used up, but so far so good. We're sitting in full sun out here. I just need more solar panels. So the compressor just kicked back on and the hours left have changed. Of course the percentage will go down quicker. If I had 500 watt of solar panel coming in, this would be great. What I want to do is make some coffee. So we're going to use the coffee grinder. A 1,000 watts. I didn't know it used that much. Wow. While that's happening, I am going to put some kale in the blender, fresh from the garden kale. This high wattage blender that I don't bring when I go camping. We're gonna see how this AC180 handles it while it's making coffee. I better hurry. A little homemade bone broth. Here we go. I want to try powerlifting mode. Neat. I've never used that. And we didn't use that much. I want to have a little coffee and see if it tastes any good. That's the real test. Wow, that's good for a drip coffee maker. I want to make a little more of the veggies, and we are in powerlifting mode. I'm going to turn powerlifting mode back off. So I'll go into the app. Let's see what happens. See how that bounces back up, because now we're done using that much wattage. This guy, at 100%, a little while ago, I've used the air conditioning out in the camper for about 30 minutes, and the coffee and the blender. We have a little more to do. I can't find any of my hair dryers. I've already packed them away because I don't even use a hair dryer, but I wasn't gonna get rid of them. So I thought even better, I'm gonna use this heat gun. We're just gonna pretend that I need to dry my hair. Woo! Oh, I'm gonna turn on the coffee maker. Hit overload, and I'm gonna turn powerlifting mode back on. Coffee! Heat gun. Turn on the blender. First time that I've ever used powerlifting mode. And wow, now I understand that if you're really gonna stress your unit, you give it a little boost and it will be able to handle those surges. Wow, I'm impressed. That's really cool. This is just great. Thank you so much, Bluetti. I love this new unit, and oh my gosh, it's gonna come in so handy in my off-grid life. I forgot one other item I wanted to try. It's summertime, we don't need heat, but we do need to see how this works. First, I'm just going to turn the coffee maker on. The heater's still on. I'm going to turn that thing off. Wow. Look at that. Kicked back up. Oh my. Wow.